Here's the second thing I want to talk about. Your habits shape your identity. Your habits, your daily habits shape your identity. Watch this. I wrote this down. You don't rise to your goals, you fall to your systems. I know. Did that hit you in the? Yep. You don't rise to the place of your goals and your dreams and what it is that you want to accomplish, but you will fall to the level of the systems that you have put in place. I can look at your daily calendar, your weekly calendar, and I know what's important to you, and I know what it's likely for you to accomplish. And now watch this. This is not just in business, this is in our lives. We hit a snag this weekend, my son and I, as we were, moving about and planning. And immediately, and I even said this out loud to him, I said, you know what? This is a system issue, and this is how we're going to fix this. And I told him, here's what we're going to start doing. We're going to start doing this the night before, and this, and this, and this. And I was preparing. Why? Because I recognized this is a system issue. This is a routine. Maybe that's another better word, right? This is a routine issue. Where have I established routines? What are the things that we're not winging, we're not making up, but we always do it this way, same day, same time, and we've built a rhythm around it. There's a term in sports, and I used to use it when I was teaching dance as well, called muscle memory. That when you do something enough times, your body will literally just copy it without you even thinking about, because your muscles have recorded that movement. And so I used to get my dancers to do it a certain amount of times in certain ways, because I knew that once your muscles locked it in, that when we got out there, even when you were nervous, the muscle memory would kick in. This is why you see a lot of athletes will shoot 100 shots a day and all of that. Why? Because when they get in those pressurous game day moments, your muscles will take over. In your life, you need to build muscle memory. Whether it's meal prepping, homework time, a good bedtime routine, your workout routine, you need to get muscle memory in play so that when you're stressed, when you're overwhelmed, when you've got bigger projects at work, your muscles already know what to do. This is the place that we end up missing. This is the gap between, God, I heard you say this, and I'm tangibly looking at it, because we have not built the daily routines that get our muscles moving a certain way. And it could be small things like laying our clothes out for the week, so that every morning when we get up, we're not rushing and throwing things together. Why? Because the clothes are laid out, or breakfast is done, or lunch is done. Having these things done, depending on what your lifestyle calls for, that muscle memory just builds in success into your daily routine. And watch this. Align your daily routines with who you are becoming, not just what you want to achieve. Who are you becoming? What do they value? Do you need more prayer time in the morning? Do you want a life of more ease, right? So does working out to start your day, adding to your joy and peace, match who you are becoming? Who are you becoming? What lifestyle do you want to live? The foundational scripture for this show is John 10:10, that Jesus said, I came that you'd have life more abundantly, life to the full, life to the overflow. What does that look like for you? The person that you see yourself becoming, what are the little things that she does every single day that adds to a life of more peace, ease, and joy and fulfillment? And you've got to now look at your daily routine and say, how do I build this into my daily routine? One of the things that I do when I teach women, I often get women in my coaching who are creatives and visionaries, and they are brilliant at creating, but sustainability is where they struggle. The day-to-day just planning is a hard task. And I usually put them on a weekly block schedule. I live from a weekly block schedule. Every day has a specific focus, and different parts of the day I'm doing specific things, right? Monday is a content day. I go live, and the rest of this day, I'm working on content for the rest of the week and funnels and lead gen and all of that. That's every single Monday. So I'm not winging it. I know exactly what I'm doing. But here's how I approach this when I'm coaching them. Now, I'm giving you some nuggets, okay, that I usually get paid clients. So write this down, okay? I say to them, I want you to start by writing down what are your priorities in this season. What are your priorities, and write them in order. So they may say, okay, well, God first, and then me, my self-care, and then my marriage, and then my children, and then my job, and then my family, and then ministry. Okay, great. That sounds great. Now, the next thing that we do is I say, to keep that list. Now, let's look at your weekly calendar. And we're going to put a spot on your calendar that cannot be interrupted, that only belongs to that thing. So we go down the list. Okay, when does God have your undivided attention? Hint, hint, outside of Sunday service, right? And so we put that in. Maybe it's daily prayer time or whenever that. Okay, cool. Put that on the calendar. Got it. Now, if next is you and your self-care, great. When do you tend to you? When do you get you? When do you have time to pour into your cup to make sure that you are well and that you have everything that you need to serve everyone else well? Put that on the calendar. Okay, got it. Now we go down the list. If it's your marriage, when do you two have uninterrupted time? When is date night? When are we reading? When are we praying? When are we pouring in to the marriage? That uninterrupted, that nobody but Jesus can interrupt this time, right? And we go all the way down the list like that. Our children, when do they have our uninterrupted attention and not competing with work or email or the TV or anything? They can just sit in our face and enjoy our being. And everything that's a priority gets a block on the schedule. Now we're building routine, because what helps we win is whatever time, wherever I am currently present, I'm giving 100% to myself. So if it's work, I'm gonna go all in on work so that when I'm done, I can wrap it up with a bow and go. And when I go home, I'm not gonna be thinking about work. I'm going to be fully present with my children. This is really going to help some of you because you are scattered. You might not even know what you're doing this week because you need a routine.